it is the third day of Rally d'Italia Sardinia, and a little bit of a change around weather conditions this afternoon. We've seen rain across the past few days, but it's become very heavy rain across the previous stage that we saw, and there are some thunder showers moving around the stages this afternoon as we head back to Erula, Tula. And the reports coming in from this one is that it's full rain.
Well, crucially for the rally leader, it very much was advantage Ogier in here earlier. Let's see what happens this time round. Soft tyres for Danny Sordo, as it will be for most. Just a few of them carrying one or two hards in the package.
It is full rain in here, and difficult conditions, but the drivers, it's a challenge to adapt to them, but that's what they're going to have to do out there. Maybe not quite the charge we saw from some of them. Ogier had a really good push in here earlier, didn't he? Yeah,
it was an incredible run for him. I mean, he also found it a challenge, but it just shows the class act that he is, that he was able to really wring the neck out of it in there. He said he really, what was the adjective he used? Really attacked it. It was something that most of the crews could not manage in here, because it is so technical and so slippy as well. We had a lot of mud in here already earlier on. That was before this latest rain shower. There was a lot of tree-lined sections, wasn't there, when there was a real churned-up feel to it.
Apologies for the cutout in pictures. Obviously, you can see what the conditions are like. We have thunder showers around. There's been quite a few lightning strikes about, so hopefully pictures are going to hold.
And these tarmac sections are going to be really, really slippy, aren't they? Again, very, very challenging conditions.
They face the longest test of the day here at 21.9 kilometres. Neuville now in such an exciting position. He's in third still, but only 3.1 seconds adrift of SS14 Erula. He's only 7.4 seconds, you know, off the pace at the front, off the lead. And you can see on the graphic that he's been in third position for quite some time, that orange line.
Yeah, he's been trying to hunt down his teammate Lappi. I mean, up to now, to be fair to SS14 Erula, he's done a really good job of keeping his more experienced teammates at arm's length.
And he didn't have a very good stage in here earlier. He thought it was good because he had a really good feeling, but looked at the timing board and was just kind of blown away.
I mean, luckily, at least they now know what's coming, you know. They've done it once before, and they will have seen the time that Ogier set earlier on, and they're like, well, if he could do that, then we can do better. I mean, there is so much caution needed at times, and this rain's only going to make it worse, of course. Just waiting for that first split to come up from Thierry. I mean, he'll be pushing, because he's the one who's made big gains in that previous stage. You feel like he'll be tempted maybe to...
Momentum is with him at the moment, certainly.
Yeah, but just worry sometimes for Thierry. Like, you can feel that he's got a chance here. Just don't push too hard, because it's such difficult conditions here. You do need caution in stages like this, as well as that bravery that you need to attack.
He's been leading then, Sébastien Ogier, since stage 10, when he was batting back and forth between him and SS14 Erula prior to that, but he's held the lead after a brilliant run on this stage earlier on.
Just flying big clods of mud in his windscreen at these every tight corner, and of course the wipers just smearing mud over. Yeah, got the washers on now, so I've got to get rid of some of that mud. Goodness me, this is a challenge.
Oh, this is Ogier stopped.
Oh, he's off! Oh, no.
Sébastien Ogier then, 1.4 kilometres in. This is hardly anything into the stage.
I mean, you just felt, didn't you? Not that it was coming, but the conditions and...
Yeah, they're both going to, well, let's see if they can get themselves back onto this. It looks as if kind of
I think they're
two
off the
wheels
edge.
are, they're suddenly on a bank.
Yeah.
That's
the rally
this
leader.
Is a replay. Let's take a look at this now then. Oh, so yeah, we just veer straight off.
I mean,
it's like as if he wasn't going to turn. There was no grip.
The grip levels are just next to nothing. I mean, you just felt that having to push and the pressure they're on, just absolutely no grip whatsoever, just completely straight on.
Trying to get that back up onto the stage now. I mean, there are some people there, but whether they can even give that a go, I don't know.
Of course, what that does mean is that it's now a Hyundai 1-2, and the two Hyundais fighting for victory here. Remember, this is the team that have yet to win in 2023, but, well, we talked about what an amazing record they have here in Sardinia, and is that set to continue now? And do they have a decision to make with a potential? Let's not think about that.
Let's not even think about that, shall we? Let's get through this
Lappi's obviously behind Ogier here, isn't he? So it's not going to be long before he gets to that point.
Yeah, I mean, it was 1.4 kilometres in, we believe.
I mean, crucially for Lappi,
I mean, he will... What will happen in this circumstance? Obviously, Vincent Londe will head up the road a little bit to alert them to the fact.
But also, as soon as he sees Ogier, he knows that, look, that's your main rival done, right? So you can back off now. You don't need to be attacking in these treacherous conditions.
There you can see on the map the close proximity of them.
Yeah. It was just, I mean, you could just see there was zero grip. I mean, he obviously turned in and just straight on. I mean, I couldn't tell if he was aquaplaning or...
There it is.
There we go.
Oh, it's so off. Like, as you said, mechanical momentum is not going to get them back on. I don't think brute force. There's not enough people to be able to get that back onto the stage. That is so disappointing for Sebastian Ogier and for Vincent Londe. 9.1 seconds down from Neuville there at that opening split point. Danny Sordo reaches the stage, and then Molly should be there for us.
Danny, you're safely through. You're also the fastest driver out there at the moment. Seb has been off the road. The crew are okay, but Seb has been off the road. The crew are okay. The crew are okay. But incredible conditions, huh?
Yeah, really difficult to... It's so difficult to know where is the grip and all, and so difficult to drive. If you are, I imagine, if you are in the battle, it's so difficult to keep the pressure. But yeah, it's not nice when someone go out. So, but if they are okay, it's a race.
Yeah, they are okay, but as he said, that's the race. That's what they've got in front of them. Conditions out there, as you can all well see, exceptionally difficult.
Yeah, of course, Sordo will benefit as well. He's now on for a top 5 finish, which is a pretty good effort considering he was on his roof yesterday.
Thierry Neuville completely unaware of what is going on behind him. He just has to focus, and incredible times coming through from him. Not as fast as Sordo, only a second slower though. But it's, you know, the comparison to Esa-Pekka. He's 9.1 seconds faster, which means already that's Neuville into the lead.
I was going to say, do you know what? That's a very good point, Bex, because he, as you say, doesn't know. As long as he can keep this car on the road, he's going to keep pushing to, well, what he thinks is to keep the pressure on the leading pair. Meanwhile, Lappi, who's seen his nearest rival, Ogier, go off, certainly be, A, shocked enough to maybe back off, and B, knows he can back off, because it really does put a really fascinating dynamic on this that Neuville doesn't know, and Lappi does know what's happened to Ogier. Incredible. So it's a left-hander up ahead, but once he turns, just no response from the steering wheel. There's absolutely no response. Would you turn the wheel here?
Yeah, but as you say, it doesn't turn.
I don't know, maybe something was broken before. I mean, it does seem like a strange incident, especially for a man of Ogier's caliber.
Kalle Rovanperä with a 20:23.8.
Kalle, that's more than 50 seconds lost in there. Is that just being cautious?
Yeah, I don't have any tires left, to be honest. All our soft tires are quite bad condition, and I had one hard on the car, so you can imagine it's not working so well there.
Seb has been off the road at 1.4 kilometers. Crew are okay, but that promotes you into a podium position.
Yeah, I'm not happy to hear that, but yeah, for sure the plan was to just get through because so much stuff is happening, so let's see.
Back with Lappi. How much is he losing? Well, he's definitely lost position to Neuville.
Yeah, 16.6 seconds down now from Neuville.
It's almost like a relief for us as well as them that you know that the end is in sight, and yeah, wow.
Yeah, he has no idea what's going on behind, and he now takes the rally lead.
Yeah, unbelievable scenes once again. Well, not many of them are fans of this Erula Tula stage, but once again, It was, well, it was a fantastic stage for Ogier this morning, but absolute opposite for, do you know, it's a carbon copy of yesterday with Montelerno.
Yeah.
Brilliant for Ogier in the morning and ruined his day in the evening, and even more so this time around. But Thierry's about to get some very good news from Molly.
The mud at the side of the car. I need to remind you, we're in Sardinia.
Thierry, I'm sure you're just relieved to be at the end here, but you're leading the rally.
That's a good news. By far or by little?
Well, Seb has been off the road at 1.4 kilometers. Crew are okay, and EP is more than 16 seconds down.
Okay, so that's a good news, but unfortunately a shame for Seb.
You've got to give credit to Esa-Pekka for a wonderful performance so far, taking this fight to the 8-time champion. In fact, it's, you know, you could argue it's the pressure they've been putting on Ogier that's sort of opened the door for this situation.
Oh, those red boards cannot come quickly enough, can they? 32.6 down from the fastest.
Yeah, that's Danny Sordo, remember, but it's a good... what is that to Neuville? It's 26.9 seconds slower than his teammate. But it is now, as we mentioned, a Hyundai at 1-2 with Neuville leading the way.
23.8 seconds is the advantage overall. Good study of the board here.
EP, this must be incredibly frustrating, losing almost 27 seconds to Neuville in there, and obviously you passed Ogier.
Yeah, but you know, when I saw Seb, you know, it's clear that then you don't fight. So it was an easy decision to back off him.
Yeah, absolutely. He said that, and the fight was effectively over at that point. Okay, Danny Sordo has taken a stage win here with a 19:31.6 second time on what was a pretty tough stage. Neuville was 5.7 seconds behind that. Lappi was third fastest. Then Rovanperä and Evans to the top 5. Overall classification-wise, then, it is all changed. Thierry Neuville now leads the rally over teammate at Hyundai, Esa-Pekka Lappi. Rovanperä moves into third position. Elfyn Evans in fourth. Danny Sordo in fifth. No Ogier off the road, 1.4 kilometers into this stage. Crew okay, but a huge disappointment for our 8-time World Rally champion.